Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's finals week in university. I'm in grad school, by the way. Whoa, did you know that? So, uploads, they've been coming out every other day. Still consistent with that. I also just uploaded a 45-minute Marson video, so, that's more than anybody ever needs, I think. But I just want to do a little update on my practice right now before the next reaction log comes out. Listen, I already played Sonata Giacosa. I already filmed it and all that, and that's what I'm going to show you today. And it's rough. It's really, really rough. I still have a jury in like 3 days or so, and that's one of the pieces that I'm going to play for it. So that's going to be my primary focus for the next couple of days. I can play the parts individually pretty well, but stringing it all together, that's a whole different story. Ooh, man, it sucks. You'll hear it. You'll hear just how bad it is. And by the way, if you're a Marson fan, I know my channel's been all about Marson recently. I want to say that I plan on veering to something else, but I don't know, man. Rent, tuition, all that. But if you are a Marson fan who's been upset, this is a really great opportunity for you to make fun of me. Just because, you're gonna hear me playing complex music now, and I'm not gonna play it very well. By the way, this is a practice log, which, if this is your first one, here's how these go. It's comprised of 3 things, starting first with small talk. That's what this is right now. Hey, how's the weather? It's snowing where I am right now. You guys wanna see? Actually, maybe I shouldn't show you because I don't want you to geolocate me. Don't try. It's not gonna work. There's no identifying things. Second, I'm gonna answer a couple of comment questions. I'm feeling kind of lazy today. I think I'm getting a little sick. I've been taking like vitamin C chewables and stuff, and it's just like this side of my throat just hurts a little bit. I still feel fine to talk and all that, but it's just a little something. So I'm feeling a little lazy, basically. That's all I'm trying to say. And then third, I'm gonna play something for you, and we're gonna talk about what I'm playing before I actually play it, just to sort of justify why it's so bad. Yeah, but small talk. I have juries. I've done a lot of my finals already. I'm so ready to take a break. Oh my god. It makes me wonder, why am I doing this, being in grad school, because I don't really need to be. I already have my thing going on here. It's actually a question I'm confronted with quite a bit, but I know it's going to be worth it, because after this degree, I'll be technically qualified to be a university professor, which is kind of a funny idea, titling my videos Professor Reacts. Obviously, I won't do that, but still, it's nice to have that credential. Man, the main benefit I'm getting from it is guitar lessons, though, and I could just be paying $400 a month for guitar lessons instead of $1,200, and way less work. A lot of stuff takes me away from the guitar right now. So I'm really looking forward to a break. I'm starting a whole bunch of new stuff. This is all small talk, by the way, so I'm just small talking you. I purchased a very crappy home gym because, if you guys have been sticking around for a while, I've always been into fitness and working out. This semester, I've gained 15 pounds. I've been sedentary this whole time. So I used some of that Marson money. I bought a treadmill, which actually, those Amazon treadmills, it was I think it was on sale for $250 on Black Friday. It was usually $350 or something. It inclines to 9 or 12 degrees, and then I stacked 3 books under it, so it gets even more of an incline, which is the best use for a book, by the way. Man, that thing is great. I think it's honestly part of the reason why I'm getting sick, because I've been doing so much cardio. I did 3 hours of cardio 2 days ago, and I had to go down a little bit after that to an hour. I get really obsessive over these things. I used to do hours and hours of cardio when I was in my earlier 20s, 24. But yeah, it's just hard with the sedentary lifestyle. I bought a weight set too, because I just want to get back into that, So I have a nice little home gym now, and I plan on over the break just becoming very, very active, lose all the weight I gained, and then maybe just yo-yo throughout this degree. Just trying to clean up between the semesters, Yeah, so I think that's pretty much what's new with me. What's new with you? How's your practice coming along? Hopefully it's good. That's good to hear. All right. So I think that's enough small talk. Let's go ahead and jump into some of these comment questions. Most of them are going to be dominated from the Marson videos, but let's just see. This is a stupid question. The real Emmanuel said, oh man, I'm sorry, dude. I assume maybe not Tommy Emmanuel. Why are you always so mean? If you'd be positive, kind, and uplifting, your channel would actually get more followers. Heart. Are you serious, dude? More followers? I'm actually pretty purposeful with that. It's mainly my titles and thumbnails that are mean, and then if you actually watch the video, I'm actually being pretty nice in my opinion. But, whatever. This is drama questions. I don't want to answer these right now. I want to answer some guitar questions. Oh, this is actually a great guitar-related question. This one's from Buzzed777. You asked, you use what looks like a towel or a mat of some kind in your lap when you're playing. Yo, C, what's that about? Stability? Well, so, what are these? these are shelf liner. You can buy these at like Ingles. I don't know. You can probably get them cheaper on Amazon. I'm just an Amazon sponsored channel at this point. I have Amazon affiliate links in my description too. I should probably remove those because I feel like they're not making any money. And it is kind of like weird corporate for me to have that. I set those up a while ago, I don't know. But these are a complete game changer for a classical guitarist. First off, I need a few things to actually be able to play to my full potential. First thing, I need to be wearing dress pants. This is a requirement. Dress pants, jeans, khakis, any kind of pants that isn't loose fabric, like especially shorts. Even on bare skin, I can't really play guitar in bare skin. It has to be some sort of stiff fabric. And then second, I use these things, shelf liner, a big sheet on each leg. And even with all of this, the guitar is still a little bit unstable, but this, like, it does a lot. And I see people sometimes not using shelf liner, and I have no idea how they feel secure on the guitar, because your jeans or pants or whatever are just so slick. So I don't know, I'd recommend it. I don't have any, like, affiliate links for you, but you can just pick up some shelf liner anywhere. Other than that, if you want to know my full seating, I require a specific height chair. This is a good height right here. That's the one that I play on. It's just your standard folding chair. I'm still on a quest for the perfect chair, which is basically just a wooden chair that is the same height as a folding chair. You guys have suggested getting a drum throne. I'm tempted to get one. And of course a footstool with a folding chair height on only the lowest notch. And that is how I sit with a classical guitar. And any deviation to that at all, my abilities go down by about 40 or 50%. And that's just life, you know? Oh man, this is a really great question. This one, it's technically mocking me, but I'm just gonna answer it. From Fret Bordish. So, could you post a link to your next auditorium gig? My next auditorium gig will probably be my graduate recital, which, like, I assume it'll be live streamed. If it's not, I'll probably live stream it myself, and that thing is gonna be brutal. Because I feel like out of any classical guitar grad student on earth, I am going to have the most scrutiny. Any little thing that goes wrong is just going to be destroyed. Like, my grad recital is going to be destroyed. I already accepted that. I feel like you guys are going to compare me to the greatest recitals that have ever been held, and just be like, if it's anything less than that, it's like, this guy sucks. Which I do deserve. I have created my career by casting stones, so it's only fair that I get my comeuppance one day. And my grad recital, I know I will get my comeuppance, but I'm going to practice a lot for it. I'm going to try so hard for you guys to have nothing to say about it except for, that was pretty good, dang. But I know that that's impossible. There's always going to be something to say about it, and not too many people are going to be kind to me. I look forward to that though, honestly. I thrive in that environment, and it's an environment I created for myself, so I very much welcome it. So don't worry, my recital, I will announce it. If there's a link to a live stream, I will certainly be sharing it, and especially by this time, which will be in about a year and a half, it might be the highest viewed grad recital live stream in the school's history, just based on my previous like live streams when I dropped like the Marson video, for example. I think there were like 600 or 700 people watching at one time, so that'll be pretty interesting. This is a question posted on my Taylor Swift video, of course. Are you a Virgo? No, I'm not a Virgo. Oh, here's something that I actually need to correct in my last Marson video. I made an egregious error in reference to Chopin. I called him a classical composer, and I just want to go ahead and formally apologize to everyone. He's not a classical composer. Let's actually look up exactly when he lived. So Chopin was born on March 1st in 1810, and he died October 17th in 1849, and he, I believe, died of syphilis. Oh, he died of tuberculosis. I could have sworn it was syphilis. Maybe I'm getting him confused with Schubert or something. Which I guess makes sense, because Chopin was kind of a nerd. He was like a sickly nerd his whole life. And funny enough, with so many composers dying of syphilis, because obviously like antibiotics didn't exist back then and they couldn't fight it. Franz Liszt, who was kind of like the Justin Bieber of like classical / romantic piano, he lived to be very old and never died of syphilis, even though, you know, I'm sure he was getting after it. But neither here or there, sorry. So I made a really terrible error. I called him a classical composer, and I got a bunch of comments correcting me, saying he was a romantic composer. And I was thinking like, oh, well, maybe he was, but his style is like classical. And then I was like thinking like all of his famous tunes, and it's like, no, those aren't classical at all. Like, what am I thinking? I don't know why it was in my head that he was a classical composer. It's like my first degree means nothing or something. But yeah, sorry about that one. I was wrong. And Chopin is very much a romantic composer. I will never make that mistake again. And something that I want you guys to understand is that everything I say is just what I know at this moment, and I'm very open to learning new things and correcting the information that I have. That's why I'm pursuing higher education. I don't just go in there and just say that the professors are all wrong and I'm right because I have 50,000 YouTube subscribers. I go into class and I listen. It inspires me to do further research and all that, and I, just generally grow and learn. So if you think I'm wrong about something, definitely say it so I can know. I've learned a lot from this channel, and I have all of these educational anecdotes that I've sort of developed from making all these reaction videos. Yeah, when something's wrong in them, I definitely want to refine it, because who knows, maybe in 20 years I'll make a series of comedy videos, and I'll have all my banging educational anecdotes in them. It's like a comedy series, but at the end of it, you learn a whole bunch, and hopefully all the facts you learn are correct. Right now, a YouTube video, I'm making it for free. This is pretty low stakes, so I'm not afraid of being wrong, but I definitely like knowing if I'm wrong. Okay, here's a good one. This one is from Ingalls Con Gabe. Friend of the channel, how's it going? You said, hey, future classical guitar snob here. That just warms my heart to hear. You want to be a snob. Good. I've played rock guitar for many years, but now I've scraped up some cash and bought a nice nylon string guitar, and now I don't even know where to begin with my journey. Does anyone know the Marty Schwartz of Classical Guitar YouTube channel that will follow to start from zero? Thank you. So you're looking for a Marty Schwartz YouTube channel to get your classical journey started. I don't know of any channel like that. I can recommend you all the heavy hitters. You'll learn a lot from watching Brandon Akers videos, and he has tons of videos, especially his ones where he's explaining things. You're not gonna learn like you do from Marty Schwartz from watching those videos though. He'll more talk about historical context and sort of inspire you to practice the guitar. Of course, Beatrix Guitar, there's of course the Guitar Shed, and all the other guitar people you'll find when you look up classical guitar on YouTube. Tutorials showing you how to play songs. Honestly, what Marty Schwartz is a substitute for is guitar lessons. And I say this all the time, but if you're gonna go into classical guitar, I highly recommend just taking a few lessons, even just one lesson with a classical guitar teacher, and just tell them that you're new and just ask them for stuff that you can work on for several months if you don't want to take lessons regularly, and I'm sure they'll hook you up. And then from there, watching all those people that I mentioned, I think they will help you just generally stay inspired. Part of having all of these diverse classical guitar YouTube channels is that it just sort of makes it feel like more of a community. So you can watch all those people that I mentioned, and then when you're feeling like you want to watch more trashy content but still thinking about classical guitar, you can watch my content. That's what a lot of my stuff is. I know that a lot of you hate it, but there is a need for it, and clearly there is, because I've grown a lot. It's fun to watch, and it's easier to watch. If you do learn something, you're not clicking on it trying to learn something. You're trying to be entertained, and then I teach you something. You learn it by accident. Or sometimes I don't teach you something. Sometimes I just talk crap, but we're still thinking through the lens of a classical guitarist, which just generally should inspire you. So that's how I would treat all the classical guitar YouTube channels. It's to learn miscellaneous stuff and to just keep you motivated. I don't know if it would even be a good idea to have a substitute video lesson where you're learning a piece per se, because that's just not the language of classical guitar. If you're learning rock guitar, it's a by ear genre. It's not written down like classical music is. So sure, learn Marty Schwartz, look at his fingers, see where it is, hear how it sounds. That's how you learn that style of music. But classical, it's written. It's always been written. So I would recommend learning how to read it. All right, well, that's all I got for you. So we're going to listen to me play Sonata Giacosa. I will warn you again, is going to be very rough. And I'm not proud of this performance, but you have to remember this is a practice log, and not everything I show here is going to be completed or even nearly completed. I've been getting bad about that, honestly. I've been showing stuff that kind of is ready, the Prelude to 997. I feel like it's kind of ready now. I could probably record that if I wanted to, but Sonata Giacosa, no. It's not ready at all, but this is where it is, and I have everything sort of at the same level now. First movement fully memorized. So I'm going to let you listen to that, and then I'm going to justify all of it and say what I need to work on before you comment it, just because it's that embarrassing. All right, so here it is. pretty good, right? There's some obvious things in there, like my rest stroke is really inconsistent, and it's more consistent than it was, mind you, but I just need to do a whole lot more work with that. And the tempo throughout is pretty inconsistent as well. There are parts where I do want to slow down, like in some of the more chordy, sort of like sultry. I don't know if that's the right word. Probably not. I want to slow down more in those, but I feel like it generally isn't as consistent as it should be. A lot of metronome work, and I think I just need to break it up into chunks and just get really, really great at playing them, and then just stringing them together. So I'm going to give it over winter break. I'm going to work on it really hard, and I'll even be taking lessons during winter break too, because my professor agreed to seeing me over the break. And we'll see where that is by then. I'm not going to show you that for a while, because I always get a copyright claim when I play this piece. So, the Rodrigo family, enjoy 55% of the revenue from this sore hands video. I hope no one clicks on it, and I hate that you claim it, and I hope YouTube's algorithm missed this one. And yeah. Alright, well, like I said, I'm feeling like ever so slightly under the weather, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. But, of course, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Hey, of course, gotta pick up some Augustine strings. Augustine, the best strings in the business. Screw Diodario. Not sponsored by Augustine, but I wanna be. Reach out, Augustine. I'm all ears. You know you want me. You know you freaking want me. Don't even pretend like you don't. Sorry, I'm getting a little aggressive. Of course, Rutan's Delight. Head on down over there. There's a 15% off sale. If you're confused on how to get to Rutan's Delight, it is in my description, or you can just go into your web browser and type in storehands.com. That's S-T-O-R-E hands.com, and it'll redirect you to Rutan's Delight, my online store. Of course, feel free to leave some comment questions. I'll answer them in the next practice log. Go watch some other reaction videos. Those are fun. Practice while you watch them. That's fine with me. I get the ad revenue either way, so like definitely practice your guitar while you watch them. And yeah. Alright, well, I'll see you in the next one. It'll be a reaction video. I'm about to film it now. Alright, bye.